Today, we're diving into a local treasure that honors a pivotal part of our military history. Our CW39 Houston's Carol Willis gives us a closer look at the Buffalo Soldiers National Museum that brings us together.
Let's take a trip through time with the Buffalo Soldiers Museum, located right here in Houston. It's a place to explore the stories behind African Americans in the military who fought in the 1800s.
The Buffalo Soldiers are a very important part when it comes to the African-American military experience because of the timing. During the Americans' Civil War, a lot of African Americans were fighting for that freedom. And once the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment passed, they got their freedom to a certain degree. And so Buffalo Soldiers began to fight for something else. They had to fight for the protection of essentially white America.
Jason Fung is the archivist of the Buffalo Soldiers Museum. He explains that according to the Army, the Buffalo Soldiers are a part of the 10th Cavalry, one of two all-black troops, a part of the Army reorganization after the Civil War. However, the Buffalo Soldiers Museum's mission is to expand on that to show the history, culture, and tradition of African-American soldiers raised around that time. Fung says that the Buffalo Soldiers' name was a unique part of how they were born as an Army after 150 years of battling with the Native Americans.
A lot of their name comes from the indigenous people of America. And while we can't really narrow down which tribes gave them that name, we do know that they were given that name due to the physical features and their fighting spirit as soldiers.
Fung adds that an important part of the museum is to explain the history behind how much of a role that African-American veterans played in the civil rights movement.
The American military at its core is based off European model military, a very white institution. And so having a large number of African Americans come in and challenge the culture, tradition, and the values of the American military ultimately made it separate to its own identity, very much an American identity in that regard. And so how the military has changed over time has its part in reasons due to African Americans being a part of the military.
And to follow an exclusive inside look of the Buffalo Soldiers Museum and the impact it's made on us today, tune in tonight from 6 to 7 with Judge Joe Brown, known for his popular court TV show, only here on CW39.